You know, making videos in Thailand, I'm sure there'll be a lot of vloggers agree with me that when you go around to different areas of Thailand, it's very hard not to be impressed by the temples that we pass, the Buddhist temples. And although they're not everybody's to everybody's interest, they're a significant part of where we live in Thailand. And I particularly I've been motivated to try and find out more about them, and to do that, really, I believe I've got to get a bit of an understanding towards what Buddhism is and what it stands for, and where it differs from the things that we believe in the West. So that's the object of this video, really, is to give a little bit of an insight into what we have here in Thailand. Some of these temples you see here are outside Thailand, but we've got a beautiful range of Buddhist temples here as well, as I'm sure many who live here will know already. And the grounds are immaculate, and there must be a history behind all of these places. I don't really want to go into all that history, but I'd just like to have an understanding of the culture behind the people that worship the Buddhism following. So let's have a look at that, and if you're interested, then I'm sure this video will help enlighten a lot of us regarding the people that we're living with here in Thailand. So here we go.
Entirely fill up the sea. Eva meva ito tinang ketanang upakappati. So will what's here been given bring blessings to departed spirits. Ichitang patitang tumhang. May all your hopes and all your longings kippa meva samichatu come true in no long time. Sape purentu sankappa. May all your wishes be fulfilled. Chando panaraso yata. Like on the 15th day the moon. Manicho tiraso yata. Or like a bright and shining gem. Sapitio vivajantu. May all misfortunes be avoided. Sabbaroko vinasatu. May all illness be dispelled.
Hello again, folks. Just before we go into the rest of this video, which is situated at a monastery temple called Pah Nanachat, which is in Udon Ratchathani, which is also the temple here in Thailand for international students. It was founded by a Buddhist, a very famous and respected Buddhist called Ajahn Chah. Now, Ajahn means professor, so that was his authority to study and to make statements for Buddhists to consider. And it was him that was approached by several foreign students who wanted to follow in the path of Buddhism. Now then, I'll tell you more about this place as we look around it, but before we go on to look around, I just wanted to give some clarification on a few things so people will have a better understanding of what we're talking about and why we're talking about it. And to me, it helped me make sense of where we're going. Now, it was in the early 18th century, 1803 actually, when Charles Darwin brought out his the theory of evolution. Now, that theory states that life was created by certain conditions at a specific time, and all life as we know it goes back to that start, and in some way we're all related all the way back, and the different species has evolved through the necessity for it to adapt to its conditions, etc. Obviously, this went across against a lot of the church doctrines that were created by some master god, etc. And Charles Darwin took a lot of stick from the various churches over this actual statement that he made. So the reason I bring that up is I think all religions believe Muhammad or Jesus or whoever created mankind and God created mankind, etc. But Buddhism doesn't. Buddhist has no belief in a master God creator. But there is a bit of a contradiction to that, actually, and I'll come back to that in a moment. But it appears to me that Buddhism is a way of leading your life to make you a better person, actually, and to make you think good thoughts, to make you do good things, to make you more sincere, to make you more comfortable within yourself, all these things through meditation and reading the Buddha's words, etc. And that there is the purpose in life, as I say, is to be enlightened and a good person. If you're a good person and you do the good things to other people and animals, etc., then you will obtain merit. And merit gives you positive karma. Now, if you get positive karma, then in your next life, because they do believe in a next life, you may not come back as a person, you may come back as an animal or whatever. But if you get positive karma, you will come back in a better condition than you live this current life in. Consequently, if you get negative karma, and in fact that you're not such a good person and you leave this world with negative karma, then maybe your return is going to be something a bit more not so good as what you've endured in this current life. So that's basically what my understanding of Buddhism, actually. And I don't think it's everybody's way of life, but I can see some benefits from it. Actually, it seems to make these people more laid back, more forgiving, more prepared to listen, etc. And that can't all be a bad thing. So saying that, then we'll now start taking a wander around the Nanochat here, the international temple. There's not many students here at the moment, and because of the pandemic thing, but there is a few, not many, that are here studying, and it's a place where I believe where they get a lot of students. Normally, they're quite full throughout the year under normal conditions, with the maximum numbers they can take, both women and men, actually. And they say that actually a high percentage of people, although they enjoy the meditation and the learning the Buddhist way of life, is that when they leave here, they do not continue in that vein. And I can sincerely understand it as well, and I think you might understand that a bit better by the end of this video. Because if you want to be a sincere and complete Buddhist monk working in the various temples, then life can be a real bitch, actually. It's not a pleasant life by any means. But they say that with the correct mental attitude, then it's okay. It may be okay for some, but maybe not for me and you. Anyway, I would understand if a lot of people don't want to watch this. It's not too long a video now, but this particular Nanochat grounds, a lot of visitors have remarked that when they enter these grounds, they feel that there is some sort of presence that they feel in the forest, that because it is a forest monastery, that makes them feel completely different and seems to affect them in different ways, positive ways. So, indeed, I think I found that as well. So, okay, on with the video. Thank you for that. Let's go.
สมาธิ
Oh, I'm very, very happy we've came here. People say when you walk in these grounds, you know, that you get a feeling something's different, you know. Many people say that, you know. I get that feeling now that this is not any ordinary place, you know, not any ordinary forest. It seems I can feel this feeling that other people have mentioned about something here is different. Very quiet, very serene. A perfect place to meditate, I would think.
Woman is resident. Oh. Daddy, you bring my hand like that.
Okay, sorry. We have no need to be anything at all. Ajahn Chah. The Dharma of the Buddha is not found in books. Look at this stick. Is it short or long? If you want a longer stick, then it's short. But if you want a shorter stick, then it is long. If we already have some wisdom, then wherever we look, we will see the Dhamma. Wat Pah Nanachat. This is in Udom. International Forest Monastery. This is a monastery for foreign students who want to know more about Buddhism. So the temple is situated in Udom Ratchathani, which is in Isan, and the temple is actually about 17 kilometers outside the city, heading towards Sisaket. Whoever has mindfulness at all times will be constantly hearing the Buddha's teaching. Ajahn Chah. So as you wander around the temple here, you see all these little boards on various trees with thoughts from Ajahn Chah. Now Ajahn Chah was a Buddhist monk who was consequential to founding this temple for foreign students, and he was well respected and very highly thought of. Ajahn is a Buddhist name for something similar to a professor, so he was up quite high within the Buddhist structure. Well, Wat Pah Nanachat accepts both foreign men and ladies to study here the teachings of Buddhism. It's of interest that they say that a lot of people come here and enjoy their time here from a week to some months, but very few actually continue with Buddhism after they've completed their time here. It's interesting. Other than travel costs, there is no cost to the student to come here and stay at Wat Pah Nanachat. However, they are expected at the end of their time here to make some sort of donation towards the upkeep of the temple. The whole aspect is really designed for those that may be interested in taking up a monastic career, monastic life as it was, and their time at Wat Pah Nanachat gives them a chance to experience what that life is like and test themselves within the monastic lifestyle and staying as a visitor. If both you and the community feels it's appropriate, you'll be invited to have your stay extended. I think visiting here is a fairly challenging experience actually, and I think they expect whoever comes to visit them and stay with them to have a rough idea of what they're getting into and know what they're expected to do, because they have to live the monastic style along with the other monks in the monastery. The daily routine is pretty tough. It starts at 3 o'clock in the morning when the morning wake-up goes, and you're expected to be up, out of bed, and at the 3:30 meeting. That would put me out the game for a start. If one clearly sees the conventions as they arise, liberation manifests then and there. So after the 3:30 meeting, dawn, the monks go out and they make their way around looking for alms, while the guests at the monastery are expected to clean up and help in the kitchen. And the big highlight of the day is the one meal of the day, and that's at 8 o'clock in the morning. One can put an end to suffering. The Buddha instructed us to know and see it truly. Then one can put an end to suffering. Happiness and sadness are born from the same parents, craving and delusion. Craving happiness and sadness is the delusion. Don't hold on to anything whatsoever. When suffering arises, tell yourself right away that this too is uncertain. So, after the only meagre meal of the day, at 9:30 there's a short daily teaching, and then at 1500 in the afternoon there's a chores period, which leaves a fair bit of time in between for meditation. 16:30 you get an afternoon drink. 18:15, 6:15 in the evening is a meeting again with chanting and meditation, and that's your day over till 3 o'clock in the morning again. It is also expected that students during the stay will conform or abide by the 8 traditional Buddhist precepts. The first precept is harmlessness, never to intentionally take the life of another living creature. See knowledge of every kind as simply the graveyard of thoughts. The second precept is trustworthiness, to refrain from taking anything that is not given to you. The third precept is chastity, to refrain from all sexual activity. That's a bit more difficult. The fourth precept is the right speech, to refrain from false, abusive, or malicious, or disharmonious speech and worldly gossip. And then we get another difficult one. The fifth precept is sobriety, to refrain from taking intoxicating drinks or liquor. We don't see the Dhamma because of craving. The Dhamma is the teachings of Buddhism. Whenever defilements arise, we must immediately recognize and overcome them by letting go and contemplating their impermanence and uncertainty. So that leaves the 3 renunciation precepts, and the first of that is to refrain from eating after midday. The monastery practice is to eat 1 meal a day in 1 bowl at 1 sitting, and this gives you time for meditation and enhances simplicity of life. The second is to refrain from using entertainment such as music, dance, playing games, and beautifying or adorning the body with jewellery or makeup. You don't want to be enjoying yourself here. You will conquer both your mind as well as the world of sights, sounds, smells, tastes and touch. You will conquer everything. Buddhism is about abandoning sense of self, emptiness and cessation of suffering. Ajahn Chah. Well, the last of the 8 precepts is to refrain from using high or luxurious beds, God forbid, or seats, and from indulging in sleep. Oh no, no sleep. This supports wakefulness, for sure, mindfulness, not so sure, and clear awareness in all postures and during all activities throughout the day. I'm definitely not so sure on that one, not for me anyway. As you can see, it's a pretty hard life, and it's a pretty regimented day. It's not for the faint-hearted, and it will certainly make you realise what you're getting yourself into. And if you can maintain that, good on you, but it's more like a punishment to me than it is a rewarding career. But a lot of people, both men and women, do it, you know, and my hat goes off to them. And what they're trying to achieve and what they're trying to do, well, it's everybody to their own lifestyle. So I respect them for what they are doing, and I hope everyone that comes here to try and learn about Buddhism and that gets what they're looking for in life, and they get the life that they're trying to lead. Nothing is for sure. Nothing is for sure. Well, I'll agree with that and that statement, and I would reply by saying that's for sure. Well, that concludes our visit here to Wat Pah Nanachat, and I've got to say what a wonderful place I find it to be. It's something I wouldn't have believed in. It's got an ambience to it that I've never seen, that I've never felt before, and it's a place I would highly recommend anybody that's coming up to Ubon Ratchathani to consider having a few hours out and have a look round. You would not regret it, I can assure you. For those that come here in future and to try and learn more about Buddhism and maybe learn more about having a monastic life, then I'm sure you will be impressed with the facility here, and my best wishes to you, because it's not going to be, I'm going to say it's not going to be the most pleasant experience you've ever been through, but I don't know, everybody's been through various experiences, but it's teaching you another way of life and another way of existence. So if it's a choice between this and the French Foreign Legion, then I think I would probably go to the French Foreign Legion, actually. But thankfully I'm too old for that now anyway. So take care, thank you for watching, and it's been a pleasure bringing you this video. Thank you and bye. The Dhamma is all about nature, the way it is itself. Train the heart. Rest in the unconditioned liberation that is possible.